How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. It is the 9th anniversary over on JP Dokkan, and unfortunately we have not pulled BROLY. We went about 800 and 900 stones with our JP account, and unfortunately we could not get him. So, you know what? We're going to dip into the private server because I wanted to give you guys a bit of a sneak peek of what this guy is all about, to just kind of frame your mind around what is coming in July for us over here on Global. Because if you can see what this guy is doing, Rainbow 55%, it doesn't matter. Just knowing that this guy is coming will help maybe guide your thoughts in what is to come and maybe encourage you to save, right? So it is the private server, so he's 55 or he is Rainbow Max Link. So we're going to test him out. We're going to see this BROLY at full power. So we've got him on his own team here. I figured that was the best way to showcase him. So just kicking off real quick, what is he doing on his passive? He has an instant animation that is for the first 4 turns. It gives him key 5 and attack and defense 100%. And launches an additional super attack. He has attack and defense 150%. He guards all attacks, and he has an additional key 1 per key sphere obtained. He has an additional 50% when attacking with a super attack, and an additional defense 50% when launching an ultra super attack. He gets key 2 and launches an additional attack when attacking as the first attacker in the turn. He gets key 6 and launches an additional super attack with a high chance of to launch an additional super attack when attacking as the third attacker. So if you float him, he's got 2 extra hits just to cover the turn that he's not going to be on for. So let's go ahead. Let's jump on in here. So we're going to have him linked with the Frieza this turn. We're only going to get 3 links, but Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Prodigies, still going to be pretty good, right? Basically, we're going to stall till turn 4 till we can get him linked with the Fizz Broly. But, I mean, Frieza supporting him for 50% attack and defense is going to be really nice. So we're going to drop him here. Remember, he has guard, and we're going to launch some additional attacks. But look at that attack stat. That is literally his turn 1 attack stat at Rainbow. So let's grab this with Frieza, and we'll send off the AGL's Moss. So we're running Super Boss's Transformation Boost here. All right. 11 million is his opening attack stat. Like, that is kind of insane. And we get a double super. And remember, this guy is stacking on his 18 key and his 12 key. So, like, each of these attacks is just making him that much more powerful. And another one. So this super, I love the 12 key animation, right? Because this is the scene when, like, Frieza's like this is like right when Goku and Vegeta tap out. Okay, Frieza, he's yours now. And then he just gets wrecked. And I love that that's his 12 key, because you're going to be seeing that 12 key a lot. Alrighty, so this will be our secondary rotation. We'll actually float one of the Brolys, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's do this. We'll let this one build first, so let's plop him here. There we go, perfect. Alright, so we'll have one rotation, Zamos and AGL's Moss, and then we'll have the other rotation, the Brolys. Nice. Alright, now hopefully Zamos doesn't do too much damage. We can at least get a stack or 2. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. And now we can get a stack or 2 off of the AGL Broly. Honestly, now that I think about it, we probably didn't need the Fizz Broly, because we can only transform 1 Broly. So if you're running 2 of them, because of the way the domain works, you can only run 1 Broly. Well, full power Broly, right? Your other Broly has to remain untransformed until the domain deactivates, and then his reactivates, right? So, I mean, Realistically, you're killing the enemy long before you get to that point. There we go. There goes that amazing 12 key once again. Beautiful. All right. All right, so this is going to be a funny turn because we are double 50% supported here. I'm going to go ahead and float off Cooler. I have no problem using an item here, if only because, right, Cooler is just here for the extra 50% support, but look at that attack stat. We haven't even picked up our orbs yet. So let's go ahead and grab this. All right, jeez. This is unreal. Like, what could this game possibly do to counter this man? I shudder to think. That is an insane turn 2 attack stat. This is absolutely ridiculous. Good lord. This is turn... This is his second appearance. What is going on? What even is this guy? And I mean, realistically, running this guy on here, right? You know, some people are going to be like, well, he's Rainbow, he's private server. Everybody's going to have that. Well, I mean, realistically, you're probably going to run him as a friend too, right? If you're running BROLY, you might want to run his team. You'll be running this guy as a friend. So this is exactly what your friend is going to be doing, this right here. Good lord. Oh, hey, Frieza actually got to attack this time. And this Frieza is actually kind of insane. Like, if you walk away from this banner pulling this guy, that is like such a huge W because he is such an amazing support unit for the team. Alright, so we get the transformation with AGL Zamos. Like I said, we'll just keep one rotation together. I think that's how we'll do it. Of course he sealed him. Alright, well, if we're not going to attack anyways, we may as well do this. Yeah. That way the AGL Zamos can get the hit and get the extra attack for being hit. Yeah, this is actually kind of ridiculous. Just looking at what's happening here. Alright, because I'm pretty sure this friend AGL BROLY in the third slot is going to wreck Natron right here. Oh my goodness. These BROLYs are nuts. Like, there's no two ways around it. These guys are absolutely insane. There we go. There's that. I knew it was going to be on the tech type unit who was sealed. At least we still have the passive up. Alright, here we go. Turn 2. Not as good. I mean, granted, the other turn was 100% supported, right? Oh no, Frieza's giving 60% attack, so that was 110% attack. Still good though, right? Still impressive. I can't get over the 12 key. It's so good. Okay, there we go. All right, so we are already on Nova, and it's only... Jeez. Okay, so we got the transformation with him. I'm kind of wishing we didn't bring him now. He might be okay. He might be. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's activate the domain by activating the active skill here. It will transform this BROLY, so that'll be good. So, well, actually, I kind of want to see what he's at. So let's link him real quick just so we can see those stats before we transform. Look at that. We are just under 20 million attack. Good lord. Okay, so let's go ahead and transform. Nice. Okay, so now I'm going to leave BROLY because the Fizz Broly is not going to be touched here. Right, so Jesus, look at how quick we jumped. And reminder, we are guarding attacks, right? So once we're transformed, his entire passive kind of changes a little bit to accommodate this new form. Now, we do lose out on our stacking, but I mean, you're going to see here that it doesn't actually matter, right? But now that we are transformed on our 12 and 18 key, it's only a great raise for 1 turn. However, on the passive, we are now attack and defense 300%. We have guard, right? We get an additional key sphere per key sphere obtained. We are reducing damage 26% as long as this domain is active. We have an additional 50% when attacking, an additional 50% defense when receiving an attack. He launches an additional super attack, so guaranteed additional supers. He has a critical hit chance 26% when getting a super attack. He launches an additional super attack with an extra 6% critical hit rate, so near 50% critical hit rate, over 50% critical hit rate, and he launches an extra super attack, right? Like when you get the 24 key. Like, this dude is beyond broken. Like, again, I don't know whoever designed this unit needs to go back and redesign all of the units from this past year, because this guy is on another level. There we go. So we get that extra defense. We're guarding, but of course we have type advantage here. And we're just going to jump out with a 21 million attack stat. Jeez. And now we get the additional super. Remember, we greatly raised our attack, so this is even more powerful. Good lord. There we go. All right. Can we even get to the active skill, though? That is the question. So we have an active skill turn. I don't think we can actually get to it. All right. But actually, we might. We might be. Well, not if that happens. How is Bro's defense? 200k, type advantage. He might be okay. Let's try this. I already know these two are going to be okay, so let's just do this. Bro hasn't attacked at all. I mean, not too bad. Type advantage helps. Alright, now, I just want to get the one attack off. Really? Really? Of all the people you could have supered on this turn. Well, at least nobody else is going to take any damage here. Alright, so we probably... Well, we might get the additional supers with Zamos here. Oh, great. I'm so glad we didn't. Perfect. And now he's not getting hit, so he's not going to launch his additional super attacks. This is perfect. Oh, he might get a hidden potential. Nope, no hidden potential. Perfect. Alright, of course he locked him. See, this is why I dislike... This always happens. My showcased unit is always the one that gets wrapped up in this. And I brought a Whis, didn't I? Yep. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and let's transform him. Just to get that domain back up. Oh, what? Is the domain not up? Huh, okay, so I guess that's a private server thing. So we're not getting the extra buff for having the domain, so that's fine. Alright, so we'll put this here. We might take a bit of damage here, but as long as Broly doesn't eat a super, should be okay. Yeah. So we just want to see that last attack from Broly here. All right, we'll take that. So as long as that next attack isn't a super, I think we're okay. Oh yeah, totally. All right, so final attack here with the Broly, 18 mil. So a little less than before. But I mean, really all you're going to need is that first turn. So, wow. That is all I can say. Good Lord, this man is on another level. Like, what were they thinking when they designed this unit? He is, I mean, there is a clear gap between him and every other unit in the game, right? And as long as you get that transformation off early enough, right? Like he is like just a dominant force, especially because, right, there's a little worry with his pre-super defense, but he can cover that as soon as you get that domain up and you get him transformed, because then he's got damage reduction, then he's got all of his extra attack and defense that he's using, right? He's just a phenomenally powerful unit, right? Like, there is a clear gap with him and everyone else in the game, I think, because he just straight up destroys everything else. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how powerful he actually is. Oh, like, I am absolutely floored here. Wow. Yeah, so guys, this is what I'm trying to tell you, right? I said it in the beginning. Seeing what this guy is capable of, right? Like, there is currently not an event in the game that lets him go all out unless you take on one of those events where the boss can't be killed, right? There is currently not an event in the game that will let him get all the way to his full potential, because he just literally kills everything in his path before you get there, as we could see, right? Like, his first attack, turn 1, was kicked off at 11 million. By turn 2, he was hitting 15 million. By his next appearance, we transform and we're hitting over 21 million. Now, if the boss could actually survive, we have the potential to do 4 to 5 of those 20 million supers in a turn. Plus, supported, right? Plus, if we get the counter, right? Like, it's insane what is possible with this guy. So or not the counter, what is it, if he gets the hit first, right, then he gets all that extra buff. Like, it's kind of ridiculous what he can do. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, what are your thoughts on this Broly? He is kind of ridiculous. I cannot stress it enough just how powerful he is. There is literally no reason to summon on any other unit in the game besides this unit until he shows up on global, and then maybe whatever comes after him will probably be on his level. But for us global players, nothing is going to be scratching this guy, and so I really wanted to put this out here so you guys could see just exactly what it is that we're dealing with and why we need to save for this guy when he comes in July. So anyways, guys, that's it for the video. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.